Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Beckett, and today I'm making another finals video. This time I'm going to talk about melee rework. In season 11, melees have recently been reworked and they work differently now. Basically, before this rework, melees will just automatically launch towards enemies. You will hit them, you will try to kill them, that's about it. Each of them had their set of abilities, damages, like alt fire and stuff, like right shield being able to block, the sword being able to dash, etc. But now they have precision system, manual lunges, and different ways to work. So let's quickly look at these on the practice range. Alright, now your hit marker, your like thing on the middle of the screen will look different. There will be this yellow arrow. When you're walking and hitting enemies, if the yellow, like if the arrow is yellow, that means you will lunge onto enemies, but you have to be moving. Like if you're standing still and swinging, you won't lunge. But if you're moving and the arrow start to light up yellow, that means you will have a lunge. Now, in the chaotic sense of finals, this might be a bit like not noticeable. So I say like just try to hit your enemy, hit enemies, just make sure you're in the melee range so you will be able to lunge. There's also another yellow bar at the bottom, that's the stamina bar. When you lunge into enemies, the stamina bar is consumed, and when you hit an enemy in that precision bar, like between the precision bars, those two lines where the arrow symbol is between it, like I believe you have to hit them in that area. To us, I couldn't figure out what those precision lines supposed to mean, because like I'm hitting an enemy outside of those, and like still says like the stamina is restored. So what I understand, like you hit the enemy with the full melee, like you don't hit the corner of their body, I guess, and you will get your stamina back. Like this can be a little bit inconsistent with melees, but as long as you're hitting enemies, you will eventually get that stamina, you will get your lunges, and these precision strikes will also deal much more damage. It's like a headshot multiplier for melees in a way. Like if you hit the enemy right, they will deal a bunch of damage. Each class has their own melees. Like we have the sledgehammer. You can do. Unfortunately, you cannot do the old combo where with sledgehammer, what you would used to do. Like you can still try it, but now it's gonna be different. You use the winch claw, and the moment that winch claw will hit, you will use the alt fire where you will just slam. Now you have to wait for the animation of the winch claw to end, then you will do the head slam. So I will not suggest you doing this combo. Instead, you just like pull the enemy and start doing regular combos, unless you're sure your lunge with the head slam gonna hit. So like the combo is still possible, just a bit slower. Like if you're trusting on your abilities, you're sure that lunge is going to hit, you can do stuff like that. Another funny combo you can do with melees is like let me change my thing. With medium, right shield now has like a shield bash where it like shoots enemies out of you, and you just do this. Like you shield bash them, you send them off, and then you lunge into them. It creates a really smooth way to combo with the right shield, and I quite like it. You can. There's something similar with the dual swords where you deflect until you get in range, and you use the alt slash to manually lunge into enemies. Because when you're blocking and you do the X-shaped slash, it lets you manually lunge to enemies without waiting for the arrow symbol to light up, which is also pretty cool. The last combo I'll go before going to the live gameplay is Light's dash combos. It's very simple. You charge the sword and then you dash with it when you release, like you do this, dash, and it hits the enemies. This combo existed since like this game ever came out, so like with the melee rework, this didn't change. You can do the same with the backstab knife, however, I'm not that good at it. Like I'm really bad with the knife. Dagger is a really good weapon, but yeah, I'm not the best. So let's go to live gameplay now. In this live gameplay, I want to mention what do I think about Melee Rework, because like I've been playing this game since season 4 with the Aztec skins. I think that was season 4, and I've been experiencing Melee a lot. The lunges were weirder back then. Basically, they were like automatic lunges, but they were really short range. Like sometimes there wouldn't even be a lunge. You would just like melee into enemies, and you couldn't tell if you were hitting them or not. You will try to do melee weaves in. The damage was different. You have to like line up quick melees. You can still do the quick melee, of course, with swinging. It's just like different now. Like sometimes weapon can straight up kill the enemy without needing a quick melee. Um, it's just things haven't changed, and I gotta say this melee rework is being good. It now has skill expression, that being lining up your lunges, utilizing your skill sets of each class to see what you can do. Uh, Especially the damage buff to melee is also I really like. Yep, I died there. I like the skill expression you can do as well. Like you line up your lunges, you try to deal as much damage as the enemies, and now the damage is even more increased if you do precise hit, which means you are rewarded for doing going for those close range engages, and you don't feel like you're just hitting for nothing. So I'm quite enjoying the melee rework, and I also want to let you guys know what you think on the melee rework so far. You can let me know in the comments. Uh, by the way, while speaking about the combos you can do with your specializations and your loadouts, these are already existed, but I want to mention a bit more. With Riot Shield, you can use flashbangs, and you close down your shield to uh, you don't get flash, but the enemy does. Then you put your turret, and the enemy now has to decide between shooting you or the turret. And since the Riot Shield now has a shield bash, and now it has a better range of protecting you from the front, it's actually really fun to play with this combo even more, because like I said, enemy doesn't know what to do. Your only feet is exposed, and you're only weak against explosives, slam charge, and being shot at the feet. But even like shooting your feet is kind of hard unless they're using explosive flamethrowers, etc. So like Raichu is really good right now. Like you can do funny shield bash combos, you can cancel enemies that are diving into your teammates, so it is quite fun. I also really love how they changed the dual blades. Because like dual blades used to have like left, right, and X slash combo, which was really slow. Now that X slash is like a manual lunge you can do yourself, like this, and you just like go this. You can deflect bullets. Even better, I think deflecting bullets is still the same, but now your button is not like the way you aim is now with the arrow, so it's a bit different. But I still think it's like a good change, because the swords just feel bad. Because the dual swords were one of the worst melees in the game before this update. I honestly think they are feeling way, way better now. You can just deflect into the enemy, get closer, use the manual lunge, and just go ham. For heavy, by the way, for light, I forgot to mention the sword is broken right now. The sword feels so smooth to use, especially with the dash having a lunge as well, which is beautiful. For heavy, I think compared to the spear, the big hammer is way better now. Like the lunges are insane. The enemies sometimes cannot like adapt to you. The heavy attack is still like one-shotting light, so you like playing. You're basically playing. What was it called? And you can almost one shot mediums as well. So basically, with the big hammer, it's just a game of like whack-a-mole, and I really like it. Like you can do this, you can go aggressive, you get like multi kills. Like it's really fun what you can do with the hammer, as long as you can line up your lunges. With the spear, I'm not too sure. By the way, with heavy, I will still suggest using Winch Claw unless it's a map where you sure slam and charge can work. The spear can feel weird at times too, because it's like a precision melee. Because spear is such a like thin melee, you have to make sure you're hitting the enemies. Like it's just such a stick. Like because compared to the hammer where you have swings to left and right, the spear can feel a bit eh. However, the alt fire, the spin attack of spear is always good, and I'm pretty sure it deals even more damage now. So if you're like trying to save, like protect your save, and you're like and you're like just slam and charge into it, and or just get jump into it, do some spin attacks, you will for sure get some multi kills unless you get bursted, because like the spear is really fun. But of course, compared to the hammer, hammer is still better. Honestly. Because with hammer, you don't even need to rely on winch cloud that much. You can just slam and charge into a room of people. You just like swing your hammer around, and people gonna die eventually. Like it's really funny. Meanwhile, spear is still a bit more has some skill ceiling. Not gonna say much on the dagger. I'm still bad with it. And I guess that's about it for all I. Oh yeah, one thing also changed with the melee thing. Your quick melee now is a kick. I don't know if it's consistent because it also has a stamina bar. I think when your stamina bar is always charged until you use the kick, this kick pushes people away from you. So when you're fighting against a person that's using a melee, you can just push them away with a kick, but you will have to wait for stamina to be recharged unless a successful kick recharges instantly. I still couldn't understand the kick that much. But that's all about the I will say about the melee rework. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends if you enjoyed this video and liking it. And once again, I'm saying, let me know in the comments how do you feel about the melee rework. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I honestly like it a lot. And I see you contestants in the next video. Goodbye.